Battery's good. Lighting is pretty on point right now. Okay, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be setting up and getting my Peter Mckinnon backpack Nomatic thing all put together. Now, I did talk to a lot of people that were potentially interested in this camera bag in particular, and they were mainly asking how much can you fit in it. Now, I'm coming from the Lowepro Pro Tactic 450 version 1, and that bag could fit quite a bit, but just not enough. And it's not really meant for, this camera bag is not gonna be my daily driver. If I'm going to a local shoot, I'm probably not gonna be carrying this, but I bought this backpack specifically for traveling because I do like to bring a bunch of gear that I just can't fit all in my Pro Tactic, so I usually have to bring a separate carry-on with additional gear. So I kind of wanted to cut that part out and fit as much as I can into one bag, and if possible, fit some clothes in it as well. So with that being said, today we're gonna kind of set up. I have all of my gear, as you can see on my overhead, a whole bunch of gear just here on my desk, and we're gonna see if we can actually fit all of it in the Peter Mckinnon Nomatic camera backpack, and if we can, that'll be fantastic. And as I'm going through, I'll kind of mention what I'm putting in there and maybe what the use would be if you are wondering those things yourself. Let's go ahead and start. And before I even say anything, I'm not gonna be putting, this is the camera that I'm currently shooting on, which is the EOS R with the 16-35. There is a specific spot for it in my backpack. I'm not gonna be putting it on there because I am using it to shoot the video, but everything else will go on there. So let's go ahead and start. Also, I do want to point out that I did already prepare the inside of it to my liking, so I'm not gonna be moving stuff around. It's already pretty much set in here. I will say the zippers are a little bit tough. I don't know if it's just me in this particular model, but the zippers are a little bit tough, which is good because, you know, safety, I guess. But if you quickly want to get something out, might not be the best solution. Okay, also, sorry about the lens up here. I usually have a little bit wider of a lens, but I set up the 50mm up there today. First things first, obviously, as you can already tell, this will be the spot for the EOS R and the 16-35. That'll fit right there. First things first, 70-200, because as much as I want to keep my back from not breaking, I bring this lens everywhere I go because this is probably my favorite lens when it comes to taking portraits or anything that's not a landscape. So I take that. That goes right there. Next is the 35mm f1.4 from Sigma. Also, I put labels on all my gear, so now I know exactly what it is. When I open my bag, I don't need to be digging around, and especially with L series lenses, that all can pretty much look the same from the front or the back. So next is the 24-105. That one goes right there. Moving on to other things. My backup camera, which is currently the EOS RP. It used to be the 6D Mark II, but this one's definitely smaller and lighter, which makes a big difference, especially when you pack a backpack the way that I pack it. Here I have some accessories. I have computer charger, I have some step-up rings, I have the lav mic, the wireless Go from Rode, and some additional cables that might be coming handy. That goes here on the top part. Okay, so far so good. We do have a few things left that we need to put in here. This spot right here is reserved for the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. That goes right here. It's currently on my camera, but that'll go here. My camera with the lens will go right here. Just fix this a little bit. Okay, I have a couple things to add that I did not bring, but I'll go get them now. Okay, so far, everything that I would be able to fit in my Pro Tactic is fitting in here. We can add filters. I keep them in this little teacup case. This thing is actually pretty awesome. I bought it for like 10 bucks on Amazon. It's great. So that'll fit right up there, or I can even fit it here, but for the time being, it's gonna go up here. Now, drone controller. I love the new DJI controllers because you can take the little thimble thingies off and store them inside of the actual controller. Makes life a lot easier. So I can slide that right up in here, and yes, it'll close. May not look like it will, but it will close there. Next is the drone itself, because you can't travel without one. Come on, let's be honest. The drone, which is the DJI Mavic Pro 2, Mavic 2 Pro, that goes right in here. Also, I have, I don't know if you can see, I have a moment lens on there. It's or filter on there. Okay, there we go. Mavic 2 Pro fits there. So that is actually something that I was not able to comfortably do in my other backpack. I wasn't able to fit the 70-200 and the Mavic 2 Pro. So that's already a huge plus. The controller just kind of fits there. It's not perfect. I could put it underneath here or even put it up here somewhere, which would be just fine for the time being. You know, let's put it right here for the time being. I think that fits better, and it opens up a little extra space down here. And that's pretty much it from the main pouch. We can add additional accessories right here in the soft little mesh part. Some hard drives that I need to bring with me because you can't do any editing without hard drives. Another hard drive, laptop, because if you have a MacBook Pro, you need a stupid dongle. So that right there closes perfectly. Now, I will say it is really heavy, and I don't carry this every single time I go anywhere. This is usually just from my house to the destination. Once I get there, I usually try to break it back down and leave it at the hotel room or wherever I'm staying if I'm not going to be needing it, especially things like the drone and all the chargers that add quite a bit of weight to your back. So I try to avoid all that extra stuff as much as I can. Moving on, let's see, this is one of my favorite parts. It has a laptop sleeve on the outside. So if you travel and you're on an airplane, you don't have to take everything, open everything to just take out your laptop. You can just slide it in and out really, really easy. And I think you can fit up to a 15-inch, 16-inch MacBook Pro or laptop of your choice, which is super nice. So that fits right there. There's a couple of things that I did not add in my bag right now, which is like my iPad and iPhone cables and all that stuff. But the iPad has its own separate pocket on the inside of the bag. But now let's do the front of it, because we should talk about it. So this pocket right here is specifically dedicated for AirPods, headphones, wallet, anything with that little magnetic pouch that it has right over. This little has a magnetic pouch right here that is RFID safe. I don't know if you can see it. Passport, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is my favorite feature of this bag, and it's this extra pouch for clothing or just storage. And really what I'm gonna do with it is two different things. Number one, slider. Now I don't have to put the slider anywhere else. I can just do that and boom, I got my slider in there, so I don't need a secondary bag for that. But another thing you can put in there is a gimbal. Now, I will say this whole thing will make your backpack extremely heavy, but being able to put a gimbal on there, if you travel with a gimbal, which I don't normally do, but places like Iceland and open wide, really nice places, I probably would bring it. So you can literally split this in half, put that there, and you can literally put your gimbal in there. Now, there we go. And now it should comfortably close. There you go. You have 75 pounds of gear in your one bag, and yes, your back will hate you for it. But if you're just traveling and just from your house to the airport to the location, you're not gonna be carrying this for a long period of time, especially if you're bringing a carry-on suitcase, because this backpack has has the little pouch or thing right here so you can put your handle through it. And yeah, you can fit everything you need in there. So yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. My backpack is nicely set up and I can go shoot, although not right now. I'm gonna actually take it all right out of it so I can put it back on my shelves because self-isolation life, you can't go anywhere. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. I will see you guys on the next video. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye. This is the worst part. This is the worst part of making any video. Now I had to put it all away, which sucks. But enjoy time lapse of this. It always goes back a lot easier than it goes in. That's what she said. All right, bye.